The Federal and Velevin Hypermarket jointly present the Thoothukudi Marathon 2024 to raise awareness on drug abuse. The event is co-presented by Edison Cardio Care Center, Tiruchendur, powered by L. Anand Jewelry and St. Mother Teresa Engineering College, Thoothukudi.
Hello and welcome to the Federal. Today we have with us Mehraf Shifat. He is the coordinator of the Anti-Discrimination Students Movement of Dhaka's Jahangirnagar University. The student movement that called for a long march to Dhaka yesterday ultimately led to the ouster of Bangladesh's longest serving Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. So, welcome Shifa to our program. It must be a hectic day for you. I'm told you students are still on the streets and also holding series of meetings to expedite the process of forming new government. Now, tell our viewers, how is the current situation in Bangladesh?
The current situation is all of our students are actually on the road, maintaining the state security. They're maintaining they're serving the hospitals as nurse. They are serving the state roads, highway roads as traffics, and they are serving as the helper of the mass people in this country. Actually, they are they are working like the servers and maintainers and government people as of the country. So actually, we don't have any governance or any state governance or any lead in our country at this moment, and so that we are
So it is now
we are in
leaderless state. It is now leaderless state. You don't have any leader now.
we don't have any head of the government, and we are asking for that in the participation of the student representatives, because we know that mass revolution has happened by the anti-discrimination student movement, student representatives, and as our we call for the revolution, and the mass people of the country has successfully done it. So we are
Okay.
now working
So
for our state people.
So I'm coming to that after a while. So we are hearing reports here that there are lots of violence taking place. Is it so?
No violence actually in that kind of sense what we are watching in Facebooks or TikToks or YouTube's rumors. We saw that yesterday night there were many rumors on the social medias, and we cross-checked that was not that kind of thing, but there was threat from the some miscreants, but we couldn't find that who are the people and from which party do they belong. But they are radical and miscreants, and we are assuming that they are from the propagandist of the Awami party. They are working for the last chance, and they are trying to confuse the mass people. That's it.
But the hotels of Army League leader was torched, wherein few people were burned dead. Then there are incidents of former Bangladesh cricket captain's house was vandalized. So and the pictures coming that one person was hanged from an overbridge. So this kind of disturbing pictures are emerging from Dhaka. So do you think some radicals elements or miscreants have hijacked your movement?
We are doubting that. We are actually panicked about that. That some miscreants, we don't know from which party they are. We have no clue, but we are trying to track them, and we need support from the army and the military and the investigation service from the state, but there is no clue yet. But yes, there have happened some situations like that, and we saw that the ex-army state party, they have they have done this kind of thing. You know that they have torched many buses by their two army leader, and they have paid them, and that was from the Daily Star in our online a portal news. So you know that they can do this kind of conspiracy, and also there are many radical expressive persons. After a long time of autocracy, there are many people that are fierce, and you have seen that in the Gana Bhavan and in the Sanshad Bhavan, people have gone like mad because because of the autocracy of this Sheikh Hasina, and people are outraged by that. And we are trying to maintain. Are trying to we are trying to give back those Ganabhavan assets and state assets. We have already made our sales and committees for the rural areas to hold the temple of the Hindu religious persons and minorities, and we have also made our sales and committees for the state assets in many branches of our city. So we are trying our best, but we are not armed, or we are not any police, or we are not any disciplinary committees. So we cannot hold it for a long time. If the miscreants trying to hijack our movement and trying to make conspiracy about that, this is really tough for us, because we need a real, proper, trained, armed state party. So we are asking our interim government that is organized by our student representatives.
So you were saying that you have formed committees to give protection to the minorities and also to protect government assets. But are you also, giving similar kind of protection to Army League leaders? Because we heard that several of their houses are vandalized, attacked. Even the former ministers, their residents are now targeted. So, are you also giving them protection to them? Because you said your
See,
movement is against indiscrimination. So it's for indiscrimination. So are you giving, reaching out to everyone?
See, as from our anti-discrimination student movement, there is a clear instruction that after the mass revolution, no one is our opponent in this country. No one, I repeat, no one is opponent in this country. This is a autocrat-free country right now, so we have no grudge against no one, and we are successful right now until there is no doubt on our revolution, until there is no doubt in our reform of this country system. We want to reform our state basic systems. And if we want that, we have called all the road road meetings and all the road works of our anti-discrimination movement. We pulled it off. We are only working for the reformation of the hospitals, reformation of the buildings, and doesn't matter whichever buildings it is. It can be from army party, it can be from the other parties. We are only working for the mass people, and whoever includes in this definition.
So there is also a fear. I don't know. You can tell me better if it is a misconceived apprehension to say that Bangladesh will now slip into anarchy and secular liberal forces will be pushed out. So do you see this kind of prospect? Do you fear this kind of prospect?
Actually, we have seen some kind of little media journals trying to provoke this situation and provoke this conspiracy. They are saying that there are 500 people are killed in our Vandalans, but there is no thing in our country like this. And we know there is didn't inform there is any kind of death percentage of this kind of issues. We have just know that there is some threats and people are threatening the some kind of in that can be in personal grudge, that can be from the party grudge, and that can be from the national party intention. But we, the anti-discrimination student movement, have clear instruction that we are now the leader of Bangladesh, and we are now the protector of Bangladesh, and we have to protect our country people, no matter whoever is this. So we are clearly protesting against these kinds of conspiracy that we are going in a anarchism. We won't make that happen, and we are really obliged by this code.
So I'm told that student leaders from your movement, the the student conglomerate, today met the army chief and other leaders. So can you tell us what transpired in that meeting? You placed some
Actually,
demands.
yes, we had a meeting among all of the anti-discrimination student movement coordinators throughout the country, and we have prepared our points, and we are approaching, and we have approached that points to the president, and we have known that the discussion is going on. But about the army chief, we really need armies and militaries clear help and protection of the state as unstable situation, and they have to lead the country situation. Because if they do not discipline this country by their protection, we cannot make a interim government with our student leaders. So it is really important that our protection is ready, and we are goodly protected, our people are goodly protected. But I am saying that I don't know you if you are informed or not, but the we are really doubting that why the Prime Minister and the cabinet, who are alleged by the student deaths, how they escaped our country, because they are alleged for the killing, and we really oppose the escaping dealing. We
So,
don't know how.
yeah. So you mean to say that do you feel that some section within the army helped her escape?
I am saying that I don't know if the army helped them or not, but I really doubt their responsibility on this occasion, because they had the responsibility to rescue the PM and the cabinet, and they really we expected that they will get them arrested or get them in their room protectedly. But it is really unexpected, and it is really frustrating that they have escaped by doing this killing in our country.
So you are saying that students are frustrated that Sheikh Hasina was not arrested and allowed to leave the country. Is it
Yes,
so?
we are really frustrated that how the alleged killer is escaped from the country and leave the country.
Okay. So have you, during your meeting with the army general, have you set any deadline for them to form the interim government?
We have marked a deadline of 24 hours, and that is ending. That is already being ended. So, as we are in a discussion meeting, we cannot give you the proper decision from our anti-discrimination student movement chair. But
So I'm also told that you have, in your demand, you have opposed inclusion of political leaders in the interim government, and you also want representations of students group in the new formation.
yes, you know that autocracy has been a history of Bangladesh. We have seen many parties trying to use our constitution, and it once at a time it becomes against the people. The constitution is used against the people. We have seen this situation many times. So we want a intellectual body, a mass people's representative, really executionally, that they are not corrupted and they are from the revolution, they are from the revolution representative, they are from the mass representative. And you know that in this occasion the mass representative are the students. So we really want the students to be a big participation in the interim government.
And so, after the interim government is formed, will you also push for this new constitution?
Uh, Actually, we have said that we want to reform this country from the fundamental occasions. So there are many problems in the fundamental uh, uh, basic departments in our country, and we have seen that that is not getting mended, getting mended. So we want to mend our country. We want to reform our country, and we have obviously some proposals on these basic and fundamentals departments like constitution, like the education system, and like the disciplinary systems, and many more.
True that you also suggested that Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus should head this interim government.
We have suggested, but uh, you know that we are on a discussion table. So in our discussion table, we are active for any kind of logical fragmentation. So if there is a result come out and we really think that logical, so we will accept that. But until that, we have a suggestion on Dr. Muhammad Yunus.
So, one last question before we end our discussion: how safe are the minorities in Bangladesh?
See, one thing we see many times in our political history of Bangladesh, that the minorities are used in any situation of our country. They are actually uh, the real victim of our country. Whenever, in whatever issues, the political parties are the main guilty for this, because whenever they are unable to manage any situation of this country, they conspire this, they attack the minorities. The political parties do this conspiracy every time, and it is a classic culture of our political parties. So we students are really frustrated by this, and we really oppose this culture, and we really want the safety of our minorities, and that should be really protected by our next government, because we don't want any political culture who are always ready to use the emotion of minority killing, and they doing the killing themselves, and use the emotion and through that to the media and mass people, and allege that on the revolutionary, or allege that on the normal people. So We really oppose this culture of in our political parties.
So, will you press for a secular constitution?
Obviously, the anti-discrimination student movements coordinators, we are obliged by that. We really want a secular constitution that works on the freedom of expression of every people. Doesn't matter whichever class, whichever whichever color, whichever race they have come from, whichever religion they have come from. Every people should have the equal expression, freedom of expression, and every people should have the equal rights in our country. And we are obliged by this oath.
The Federal and Relevant Hypermarket jointly present the Thoothukudi Marathon 2024 to raise awareness on drug abuse. The event is co-presented by Edison Cardio Care Center, Tiruchendur, powered by L. Anand Jewelry and Saint Mother Teresa Engineering College, Thoothukudi.